Pluto and Venus is it's causing emotional issues as well. Not Pluto and Venus, but Neptune and Venus. So Neptune and Venus is going to be like Libra and Taurus, Neptune type of energies, right? So there could be clashes, but you can feel it already because of kind of like the emotional issues that's going on around us. And also with Pluto being at a 0 degree placement, it's at 0 degrees. I was looking at that myself yesterday because a lot of them are saying that it will be like the 21st. But yesterday, when I looked it up on Astro Seeker, it said that it was at 0 degree. And so 0 degree means that there will be an emptiness to a lot of things, meaning there's a clearing. If you go with the clearing, like, I don't know, maybe like I really like I don't know, but like um Dorothy in Oz. Dorothy didn't know nothing in Oz. That wasn't her world. And so if you come to a place where you can like make yourself understand that you just don't know. And you can't make yourself know. That intellectual part of you is really being put in a place of release with the 0 degrees. From the full moon to the 0 degrees, it's like, I don't know. And because I don't know, a lot of people could get angry. They could get angry because they don't know. It's frustrating when you don't know. But think about Pluto, 0 degrees, being in the decan of Aries. And if you're not like calm and meditative, you'll be losing your handle because you don't know. So you'll be deflecting on other people because you don't know. Well, listen, just because you don't know and you ain't comfortable with it, don't put me in that. No. Okay. That's how to look at it. And I'm not being facetious. People deflect because they want somebody else to be responsible for their issues. It's like codependency. So even with Venus and Neptune, you can see codependent issues coming up. You might say, well, what kind? Any kind where people want you to do something for them and they don't want to do it for themselves. The other thing is 0 degrees of Pluto at 0 degrees going into see that ambulance out there? That's a sign of Pluto and Aries. But it's been a lot of ambulance and Aries when it came back out of a sleep, it was in a sleep motion, not retrograde, but it was like in a sleep motion. I forget the words that they used, but anyway, it was like behind the sun. It didn't give us a lot of energy. And so we're getting a lot of energy, and people are like, what do I do with this? While I don't know who I am, I don't know what is it? What do I do? Because this 0 degrees of Pluto is different because we haven't experienced it before. Pluto has not been in this place in over 200 years, right? So we haven't experienced it. So a lot of social issues will come up, a lot of anger, a lot of environmental issues, abuse. Why? Because they need to be changed. It's not that you just sit there and you deal with it. A lot of spiritual issues to answer the questions of a lot of what we discussed tonight will come up. And people are saying, even pastors, let me just put it in a group situation and say that because Pluto had been in Capricorn all that time, it exposed pastors, it exposed in unethical issues, like even where R. Kelly is in jail. So pastors are there, entertainers are now there, and all kind of that mess, you know. Let's see if they're gonna keep doing the group sex stuff. But anyway, all of that is exposed. So people are actually becoming free. The people that were victims to all of that kind of stuff, they're becoming free. And to go back to Venus opposing Neptune, what happens is that Neptune is also having to come clean about organizational issues that dealt with all of these things because it's spiritual, it's institutions. And Venus is saying, okay, I'm tired of your stuff. I'm not going to just be about love. We're going to clash heads here because, even with Greek mythology, they clashed, Venus and him, Poseidon. And I don't really want them to clash because, he's my rising sun. But then I got a lot of Venusian energy also in Virgo, or Virgo is over there in that Venusian house. So that means that I'm setting the record straight and I can see things clear where there's confusion because of these two energies that's going to probably really connect by tomorrow or Saturday. In the organizations, how it's or families or relationships. I got a text message here. How it's putting things in perspective is that I'm tired of this institution. I'm tired of this way of doing things. It's got to change concerning me because I'm great. And that's how Venus can come in and say, yeah, no. And that's how also the full moon will come in, or the new moon, no, the full moon will come in Leo, and there's drama. But the drama can be completely notable because the individuals having these issues are saying, look, I've done all I can. I'm done. In my profession, the organization I work with, in my relationships, in the marriage, in the institution, I am not operating that way no more. Why? Because it doesn't work for me. Pluto, again, at 0 degrees is emptying out. It's like taking the garbage out. If you didn't do the garbage at 29 or 30 degrees, you might find everybody is like, and you might want to say, yep, I can't talk to that person right now. Why? Because they're vomiting on my mind and I need my mind to get clear. Why? Because I don't want to be interrupted concerning my freedom and my stability as I venture over into Aquarius with Pluto. Now, that's something that we need to discuss. But if 0 is there, there's nothing that you know about this time and place and space from that degree. We don't know anything. And it feels vulnerable. If you experience it, it feels like you're vulnerable. It doesn't mean that you need to act like Venus and go and eat up everything. It means that you need to really work with the social issue or the codependency that Venus can bring in, where she might allow Pluto's energy to stay the same or Neptune to stay the same. And Neptune is manipulating. People with Neptune in what the house that it's in its own house right now, they have been manipulators. They have to change. If they don't change, they will get left behind. The reason why is because it's a very narcissistic area where Neptune is. So people will be breaking out of, and they'll also be seeing if they're self-sabotaging. It's different for every person because everyone's journey is different. And I hope I'm clear because even as Neptune is opposing Venus, what is Neptune opposing? Is it opposing glamour and saying, listen, you manipulate too, Venus. You up there trying to dress up your body and everything, but you ain't doing nothing inside. To me, it's an emergence of understanding that spirituality is so necessary because over here you got communities and organizations, institutions with Neptune opposing glamour. Fix your body up. Eat your way through life. Eat, eat, buy them clothes, compulsive behavior, buy, debt. All of that can be an issue that both of them are opposing each other for the better. Material wealth or material things are a part of Venus's domain. And in the illusion, Neptune supports it. So the opposition can bring in a clash, like the clash of the Titans, and there's an awakening where it's like, oh my God, I should have just got into health and wellness. Because Pisces, and of course, when Pisces, Virgo's access, it perpetuates and asks you to let go of self-sabotaging and get your health in order. So that is for everyone. But that 0 degrees means that, you could be emptying out. You could be experiencing an empty thought process. You could be grappling with what to do. And it's okay if you believe that you actually are trusting God, or if God is your source. Because then you'll really, if you experience the moment, you understand that it's okay. Listen, you got to throw out garbage. I just took mine out today. It's usually every day you got to take out garbage, right? You need to take that garbage out your mind every day. Have a mental garbage can where you're throwing shit. It don't matter. Throw it in that garbage mentally. And then I'm done. I think 0 degrees is to me, it came in to, I mean, it's like I said, because for 2 or 3 days, I kept seeing my heart and like a diamond was there, but I was like, what is this? And then I seen the 0 there, and I was like, 0. Wow. But I could add a lot more of what that meant for me, because I've been through 14 years of Pluto being in my first house, tearing me down to nothingness to rebuild me to somethingness. And then giving that to others so that they can learn how great they are. And then, as Pluto goes into the second house, for me, it pushes on. If someone is saying to me, well, Kim, am I the right person for you to be talking to about this? Yes, you are, because I couldn't get the other one. Now, we're not going through no confusion, because I understand that might be your portion in life, but mine is definitely structure. And I am not allowing you to come in and send me back to the person that ain't doing what they need to do. That's it. All I need is an okay to find a solution, because I can't deal with all of that. It makes me, and it's not just me and my desire to be a certain way. It's just the way that God made me function. And the reason why I function that way is because we all need to know the portion of my life is about order. So anything out of order, I've learned to leave it. That's not God. That's chaos. Been through the fire and the storm created through chaos, crazy ass chaos. Been through it. If you identify that you've been through that and it don't feel good, it's not that you have to deal with it. It is that you need to change it. You can't change nobody, but you can change you to say, okay, if you can't hear me, baby, I got my own solutions, because God is my sauce. So your 0 degree of Pluto, it needs to happen listen, for Honora's health and wellness, for Leo's health and wellness, for Jazz's money and her entrance into community, understanding her position. Nope, I can motivate myself. I'm about that community and the city and stuff. And I'm getting, siblings and all of that kind of stuff in order. And it's something how the moon is influencing understanding even more. The full moon, because you're releasing stuff that ain't going to get you into the community. You're releasing stuff for Leos that is not going to help your health and wellness. Because you can't help nobody else until you can help yourself. I don't care what you've been taught. I can't be a leader unless I followed somebody. It don't work. No other way. Relationships in the last 10 years, Cancers, they should have learned what relationships work for them and what don't. What professions work for them and what don't. At 0 degrees, they should be like, it's like a evaluation. I mean, evaluating yourself, not others. If you evaluate them, you're missing the point. You are evaluating yourself to say, is this as good as it gets? Or, hey, this is it. Because it's okay to resist the devil in the sense that, yeah, it's not me anymore. If I don't collaborate with unresolved issues, then it won't stay in my space. Meaning that you have to have a solution. We have to have a solution. Why? Because if there's no solution, problem keeps circulating. That's what I learned out of Pluto in my identity. Okay, you are purpose filled. It says it on the wheel that I gave y'all. Kim, 10th house is purpose. So I identify with purpose. What is the purpose for today? Oh my God, I got to get up and I'm tired. But I got to get up. I also have to point other people in their direction of purpose, especially the ones that want that understanding. All right, so that's all I have. And I hope it helps. So party like rock stars and say thank you for the release. Start saying thank you for the release of whatever. Because if you start saying thank you, I don't know, I was praying this morning and Jesus just really became a focus. And Jesus, I started crying. I was so grateful about Jesus because you done led me to so many things, to and through. I don't care what they say. I don't care what nobody else say, how they say it should be done, or what they should. Hey, glory. God, you done led me through some times that people can't make it through mentally. God in me through the Christ, Jesus. I was praising Jesus beyond the place that I have in a long time. Thank you for being a friend. Because I damn for sure ain't got none like you. Thank you for my health and my strength. Because can't nobody show me how to get to the place to do it. He ain't never said that he would do it for us. He said that he would show us the way. So I thank you. And that's what the words say, beyond the conflict that others have wrote in that book. So the truth actually prevails. Because when you look at, you got a jacked up life that you came into,